Our big idea for this series of teachings we're holding is the words of Jim Rohn, where he said that success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. In other words, if I work on the quality of my person, I will naturally attract all the good things that I want in life. It's not something you pursue. Success is not something you pursue. It is something you attract by the person you become. So the things I have in my life, they are the function of the person that I have become. If I want a better life, I should simply become a better person, because essentially we are magnets. Okay? Who you are is what you attract. Who you are is what you become. Who you are is what you can reproduce. Who you are is what you are going to achieve. Let's borrow the words of a beautiful book by Dr. Sam Adeyemi. He said, success is who you are. And that's why we're talking about the 7 essential qualities of successful people. For the benefit of those who are just joining us for the first time, I'm going to remind you of the first 4 qualities that we have looked at. We said that successful people have personal creeds. Of course, I won't be able to recap because of time, but I'm just going to remind you of these 4 principles we've learned before now. Successful people have personal creeds. That's number 1. Number 2, successful people are masters of intangibles. In other words, they are masters of thoughts and feelings. Their own thoughts, the thoughts of other people, their own feelings, the feelings of other people. In other words, successful people are emotionally intelligent. They know how to read trends. They know how to read body language. They know how to read a room. They know how to read things that people are not saying. They are masters of intangibles. We said that successful people are selfless. Okay, that's principle number 3. Successful people are selfless. In other words, they see beyond their own interest to the interests of other people. They are not just always thinking about themselves. They are thinking about other people. As a matter of fact, they place the interest of other people ahead of their own interest. Okay, in the words of Zig Ziglar, you can get anything you want in life when you help enough other people get what they want. So the successful person knows, I serve nobody but myself. In other words, what I do for other people, I am doing for myself. People are mirrors. So the quality of what I want must be the quality of what I give out. The way I want to be served is the way I serve other people. The way I want to be addressed is the way I address other people. In other words, they are not reactive, they are proactive, because they know whatever goes out from me is coming back. And then last week, Wednesday, we said that successful people are enterprising. Okay? Successful people are enterprising. They are visionary. They are courageous. They are resourceful. Those were the things we packed together in that one session. Successful people are enterprising. Let me remind you, okay, all the sessions we've had before now is available on my IGTV. As a matter of fact, if you want them with slides, they're available on my YouTube channel. If you just go on YouTube and search for Shegun, okay, everything up until last week, Wednesday, is available on my YouTube channel. So some of the things I say, maybe because sometimes I speak fast, you can't pick some of the quotes. Everything is there for you on the slides with the video on YouTube. So you can go there and watch, okay, for the time that we have. After this series, I'm going to be wrapping up for the year. And by next year, my materials will no longer be available on IGTV and on YouTube. So you want to make the most of this opportunity. This is going to be the final series where I'm going to be allowing these materials to go out free of charge. So you want to get them, listen to them, maximize this opportunity. Okay, let's move to principle number 5. Tonight, we're looking at the 7 essential qualities of successful people. And this is the 5th one. Successful people are self-driven. Successful people are self-driven. This is important. Successful people are self-driven. What do I mean by that? They have a strong internal desire to achieve their goals. This is important. This is crucial. Successful people are self-driven. They have a strong internal desire to achieve their goals. They have a strong internal desire to achieve their goals. You see, I struggled a little bit with this title because I know that it can be misconstrued. When I say that successful people are self-driven, I am not saying they are selfish Okay, I am not saying that they place their needs above the needs of other people. When I say it's self-driven, I'm saying they don't need any external factor to motivate them. So maybe if I want to describe it in another way, I will say that they are internally driven or inwardly driven. Okay, they come with their own energy everywhere they go. They come with their own atmosphere. They come with their own drive. They don't need any external factor, okay, to motivate them. They know how to inspire themselves. They know how to, kick themselves up, start themselves off, and keep themselves going no matter what's going on externally. Okay, that's what I mean by they are self-driven. They have a strong internal desire or determination to achieve their goals. Of course, I'm a person of faith, so you will permit me to read to you a verse from the Bible. I'm going to read from Proverbs 16 and verse 26. Proverbs 16 and verse 26, but I'm going to read it from the Passion Translation of the Bible. Listen to this. It says, life motivation comes from the deep longings of the heart, and the passion to see them fulfilled urges you forward. Let me say that again. Life motivation comes from the deep longings of the heart, and the passion to see them fulfilled urges you forward. Okay, let me read again. Somebody may want to take note of this and go read it for yourself. Proverbs 16 and verse 26 from the Passion Translation of the Bible. It says, life motivation comes from the deep longings of the earth. In other words, when you get your heart right, okay, it is possible for all the energy you need to propel you to achieve your goals to come from within you. In other words, regardless of what's inside you, it's possible for you not to lose passion, not to lose motivation, because that power, that drive is coming from inside you. He says, and the passion to see your dreams fulfilled urges you forward. When I say that successful people, okay, are self-driven, I mean they have what I call ambition. Pay attention now. Ambition is one word that over time has been given a negative connotation, but it is not a negative word in any way. Listen to this. The word ambition, okay, simply means a cherished desire. The word ambition means a cherished desire. It means a strong drive for success. That's what ambition means. A strong drive for success. And what has happened over time is that people confuse ambition with selfish ambition. Now, selfish ambition is a strong desire for success, okay, to satisfy yourself. The other day we were looking at the definition of success by John Maxwell, and that is the definition, I have, adopted for myself. John Maxwell says that success is discovering your purpose, growing to the fullness of your potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. That is success. When you have an intense desire to succeed like that, it's not selfish. You are not doing it for yourself. You are doing it for the benefit of other people, but whatever it is you do for other people is going to come back to you in multiple folds. So you're not doing it for yourself. You are doing it for the benefit of other people, but you must have that intense desire, okay, for you to succeed. All right. So ambition is what these successful people have. A strong internal desire for great accomplishment, a strong internal desire for great accomplishments. All right. Now, another word that is important is vision. Now, vision is a vivid mental picture of a preferred future. But now listen to this. You need vision, but much more than vision, you need ambition. So vision is what you want to achieve. Ambition is the strong desire that continues to sustain you till you achieve your vision. It's important. So some people have vision, but they lack ambition. And what happens to you is this. Over time, if care is not taken, you are going to quit. And I'm going to explain that to you right now. The first word I want you to take note of is the word gravity. Okay, the first thing you have to deal with is gravity. And what do I mean by gravity? These are tendencies, habits, or lifestyle, or things about you that are likely to sabotage you. That's gravity. It's internal. It is you. The first thing you have to deal with on the journey of success are your own proclivities, your own bad habits, your own wrong thinking, okay, your own self-limiting beliefs. All of those things, you have to deal with them. I call them gravity because these are things that are trying to pull you down, even though you want to soar, you want to fly. So the first thing you're going to have to deal with is gravity, okay, your own bad thinking and living habits that are likely to derail you. Then after you overcome gravity, you now begin to deal with resistance. When I say resistance, I mean external forces and circumstances that militate against you. Now, without ambition, okay, when I say ambition, I'm talking about a passionate desire for success, you will quit. I want you to hear me and hear me well. If you don't have a strong desire for success, you will quit. Life will give you enough reasons to give up. I told you the first thing you will deal with is gravity. There are things about you that will sabotage you. Okay, if you remember what Paul said in Romans 7, he said, listen, inside me, there is a desire. He said, but I find another law in the members of my body. In other words, there are things about me that work against my internal desire for success. Then there are things around you. That's what I call resistance. So gravity and resistance. Things about you. People that will compete with you. Okay. Policies of government, economy downturn. Okay. Discouragement, failure. Things external. Okay. That will work against your dream. If you don't have ambition, a strong desire for success. And I know quite a number of people that follow me, that listen to me. Okay. Are Christians, are people of faith. And that's why I said to you, this word ambition has been given a bad connotation, and that's what's missing in the life of some people. You have prayed about it, but if you're not careful, life will give you enough reasons to give up, enough reasons to quit. Okay? If you don't have that internal desire, that passion from within, okay, that continues to sustain you as you pursue your dream, you will give up. Okay? You will give up. When you confront gravity and resistance with ambition, it leads to innovation. All right. There's this beautiful book written by Craig Groeschel, okay, titled IT. And in the course of the book, he talked about innovation. And something interesting he said about innovation. He said passion plus limited resources equals to innovation. This is what we're saying. No matter what's going on externally, if you have a strong desire within you and you know I'm going to win, I'm going to get what I want, you will find a way. Okay. You will find a way. All right. When you confront gravity and resistance with ambition, it leads to innovation. I'm sure you've heard this statement before. When there is a will, there is a way. When there is a will, there is a way. So there is no stopping you. There's no denying you. There's no derailing you. But what you need is a strong internal desire for success. And that's one thing I've seen in successful people. Okay, that internal desire for success. They are self-driven. They can't be discouraged. They can't be disappointed. Okay, you can't tell them that their dream cannot come to pass. They believe what they believe and they are not going to be discouraged. Okay, you've got to be like that if you're going to be successful. Do you know what I found out? Even people that care about you, people that love you, sometimes out of love for you will advise you to give up. Okay, and they care. They see how you have struggled. They see how you have invested so much. They see how you have worked so hard and it looks like this thing is not working. Out of love for you, they will say, why don't you do something else? Why don't you look in another direction? Listen, if you don't have that strong internal desire, passion, and ambition, okay, a strong internal desire for success, you will give up. You know what I found out? We are all passionate people. All of us, we are all passionate people. But negative events like failures, like delays, like denials, like backstabbings from men, disappointments, disloyalty of men. You see, even everyday routine, it has a way of robbing us of passion. All right. It has a way of robbing us of passion. I'm reminded of, the words of Solomon where he said that hope deferred makes the heart sick. If you've been working at something, you've been investing in something, you see, if you don't see returns after some time, you will give up. You will want to quit. Some of us would have heard this story, okay, about this lumberjack, okay, who was asked to come and cut down a tree. All right. And then the person told him, he said, you know what? I'm going to pay you double of your normal fee to cut down this tree. And the guy said, oh, you are going to pay me normal? No problem. He said, but there's only one thing I need you to do. I want you to use the blunt side of your axe. Don't use the sharp side of your axe. Use the other side that is blunt to cut down this tree, but I'm going to pay you double. The lumberjack said, no problem, deal. And then he started. Attempting to cut the tree. And after some time, he went back to the person that hired him and he said, I quit. But the guy said, no, I'm paying you double. Why would you give up? He said, when I fell trees, I have to see the chips fly. In other words, we are all encouraged, we are all inspired by a sense of achievement, a sense of progress. And what he's trying to say is that you are going to pay me double is not enough. I need to know that I'm making progress. I need to know that I am moving forward. And that's what happens to you. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. If you are working towards something and you are not getting commensurate results, you will be discouraged. If care is not taken, you will give up. But the truth of life is this, that things are difficult does not mean you're wrong. That you are encountering challenges does not mean you are in the wrong direction or you are in the wrong field. It does not mean that, okay? Sometimes you just need to hang in there. Sometimes you need to tweak. Sometimes you need to innovate. Sometimes you need to upgrade. Sometimes you need to adjust your methods, but it does not mean that your mission is wrong. But without a strong internal desire for success, and that's what we're talking about tonight. Successful people are self-driven. Without that self-drive, the tendency is for you to give up. So what am I suggesting tonight? I'm suggesting that you have to protect your heart and then you have to consistently stoke your passion. Okay, when I use the language stoke, for those who are familiar, you know that's the language of using firewood, of either heating a home with firewood or cooking with firewood. And that's something they do. You put the firewood together, you light the fire. See, but from time to time, as the wood burns, okay, you need to make sure that you are moving the coal to the side and you are pushing the wood to the center so that fresh wood is catching fire so that the fire does not go out. That activity is what it means to stoke the fire. Okay, you keep supplying the fire with wood so that it continues to burn. If not, the wood burns, turns to charcoal. After some time, the fire dies if you don't stoke it. And it's the same thing with our passion. On a daily basis, as you live, as you make efforts, as you try to get things done, you are expending energy. And as you are expending energy, sometimes there is disappointment, there is delay. Listen, there is no perfect human being. So from time to time, people are going to hurt you. People are going to disappoint you. People are going to offend you. If you don't know how to protect your heart, if you don't know how to stoke your passion, you may run out of passion. And when you run out of passion, you run out of steam. When you run out of steam, listen, it's difficult for anybody but you to truly motivate you. That's the truth. Because everybody has to push themselves. So sometimes people are busy trying to motivate themselves. They don't have what it takes to motivate you. And when you are not self-driven, you are not self-motivated, you come across to people as irrelevant and incompetent. Okay? And you know if there's anything that's available, it is that there's a replacement waiting around the corner. We have over 7 billion people on the earth. There's always somebody waiting in the wings to replace you. So if you don't want to be replaced, if you want to maintain your relevance, you need to make sure that you come with your A game, you come with your own atmosphere, you come with your own energy. How do you do that? You protect your heart, you stoke your passion. Put yourself in a position where you don't run out of enthusiasm. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I got 5 suggestions for you tonight, and I'm just going to go into them one after the other, and we'll be done for tonight. Okay, how do you stoke your passion? How do you protect your heart? How do you make sure that you continue to be driven? You continue to be passionate about your goals. Number 1, invest in rest and recreation. Okay, invest in rest and recreation. I didn't say find time to rest and recreate. I said invest. Okay, invest in rest and recreation. What I have found out is this, that what you create is influenced by how you recreate. All right, what you create is influenced by how you recreate. That's why you will find out the higher people go in life, the more they invest in rest and recreation. If not, you will expend your energy, you will burn out. And when you burn out, you will be replaced. Now you need to understand, people need to get things done. People need to get the world moving. All right. The moment they find out that, you lost your place, you've lost your contribution, they replace you. Okay. So you've got to learn to invest in rest, invest in recreation. I'm going to ask you to invest in rest on a daily basis. So when I say invest, I'm using the word investment intentionally. In other words, you have to think about it, you have to plan it, and you have to intentionally execute it. So you ask yourself, how do I rest? How do I recreate? What are the things that I do that replenish me? Okay, what will work for you may not be what will work for me. So you find out what works for you and invest in it. Some people like to garden if it works for you. For me, gardening is like farming. It's work. So that does not work for me. Okay, so let's just take a pause right now and everybody put in the comments what works for you. When you want to rest and recreate, let's just see suggestions. Maybe somebody will be able to catch an idea of what works, what will work for him or her from your suggestion. So 5 people quickly put in the comments when you want to rest and recreate, what works for you. Okay, before I say my own. All right, so I'm waiting. All right, I am waiting. What works for you when you want to recreate, when you really want to rest? What works for you? Elsie Akpabio says, eat good food. All right. That's a foodie right there. I am Tiva says, play games. You may need to be specific. Are you talking about board games? Are you talking about video games? Are you talking about track and field? What games do you play? All right. Elsie says, watch movies. Yes, I am Tiva says, PES 4-5. Okay, that's good. 4 and 5. All right, that's good. Faye Abrams, Adesoya, Pastor Faye, good to see you. Movies. Okay. Fumi Abino says, watch movies. All right. Esther Wamaka, thank you. Sleeping. All right. You are the 3rd person I know that enjoys sleeping. All right. I watch a movie. Okay. Amarachi, good to see that. All right. Silence and sleep. Okay. I've not seen those nature people here tonight. Sleep at least 6 hours. That's good. Tokumba, Folari, watch movies. Okay. Funlola Ojo says sleep. All right. Eric says play ball, watch soccer, and a good movie. Yeah. All right. Godfrey Woman says watch movies, scroll through pictures. All right. MC Way Forward says sleep. All right. Damilari says sleeping. Elder Adidayo says see a football game. Yes. That's good, especially when my team is playing a weaker team. I enjoy those matches when we are guaranteed to score goals and they are likely not to score against us. I like those kind of matches. All right, Tokumbaki Falari, sleep. Eunice, sleep. We have so many sleeping people here. Chimdi says sleeping and YouTube content. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. All right, for your contribution. So we have so many people on tonight who like to just rest and sleep. I want to believe most of them live in Lagos. You can't live in Lagos and sleeping is not a hobby for you, because the stress level in Lagos is so high. You just have to find a way to sleep it off. Okay, so sleeping, all right, watching movies, listening to music. One funny thing I like to do is drive. It's amazing. I know for a person that lives in Lagos, driving should be a hobby. See, but when I say driving, I'm not talking about driving in Lagos traffic. Okay, so I like Saturday, maybe Saturday, early morning Saturday or Sunday drives where there are no cars on the road. Okay, I just enjoy driving. It relaxes me. Okay, it relaxes me. All right. So Melindex says, I don't live in Lagos. Okay, thank you very much. I can see that. Yeah, for those who don't live in Lagos, fantastic. Okay. But for Lagos people, sleeping must be, you have to sleep. It's very important. Okay, being close to nature. Thank you, Estan Wamaka. Being close to nature. All right. There was a time, we still have some beaches in Lagos, but for me, the challenge of getting to the beach is the reason why I don't like beaches anymore. You have to practically travel to get to beaches in Lagos now, so that's not working for me. So I like to watch movies. I like to watch matches, very intelligent movies. Okay. I like espionage movies. I like drama. I like animation, musicals. Okay. But whatever works for you. Nobody here has talked about playing golf. They just said games. I used to play football when I was younger, but I don't do that anymore. I used to dance when I was younger. I don't do that anymore. But the summary of it all is find something that works for you and invest in it. In other words, plan it. You don't get to do it. You make yourself do it. Now, it's also important that you invest in rest and recreation on a daily basis. In other words, how am I going to rest? How am I going to recreate on a daily basis? Okay, break the box, think outside the box, figure a way out, but by all means, on a daily basis, rest and recreate. Let's move on to principle number 2. What am I doing tonight? First, I've established how that successful people are self-driven. They are passionate. They are ambitious. Okay. And we have established the fact that if you are not careful, okay, just our everyday routines and resistance from life and gravity from your own proclivities can rob you of passion. Okay. So we are looking at how to protect our heart and how to stoke our passion. We have said number 1, invest in rest and recreation. I think I'm going to have to rush through the rest now. Number 2, feed your mind a consistent dose of inspiration. Feed your mind a consistent dose of inspiration, okay? Books, teachings, and podcasts that inspire you. It's very, very important. Okay, if it is teachings you like to listen to, if it is music, inspiring music you like to listen to, if it is podcast, I like to do podcasts, especially on my way to work and back. Okay, I have some podcasts I subscribe to and I listen to when I drive or when I'm taking my exercise, doing my exercise in the morning. Okay, it's you need inspiration. Okay, the world around us is full of negative information, full of difficult people, full of challenges. If you don't inspire, find a way to keep your mind inspired. Let me describe it this way. It's like when you are trying to row your boat and you are surrounded by a storm. Okay, you have to make sure that the water from the storm does not enter your boat. As long as it does not enter your boat, you will not sink. Okay, the best form of defense is attack. What does that mean? Instead of you to try to get out the negativity that the world around you is trying to put inside you, you consciously put in positive information so that when the negative comes, there is no space for it. This is important. So you inspire yourself every day, and you got to be consistent with it. Listen, you need to listen to motivation. I'm a church pastor, okay? I am a person of faith. Okay, see, so essentially when you listen to church teachings, you need to understand part of the component of the teachings you are listening to is motivation, is inspiring. Every good message will instruct, will inspire, okay, and to a large extent will also entertain. Any good teaching, any good presentation will instruct, will inspire, and will also entertain. Any message you listen to from the beginning and to the end, you don't smile, you don't laugh, is not helping your health. You have to laugh, you have to learn. And then you have to do it on a consistent basis. If not, you will run out of passion. You will run out of desire. One of the things I love about listening to motivational presentations are the stories of possibilities. Okay, stories of possibilities. There was these books we used to read way back on my campus days. I'm sure they're still available. Chicken Soup for the Soul. Okay, and they have Chicken Soup for the Soul books on almost every topic. And what you see in these books are just inspiring stories. Okay, I used to have one book like that too, thick book. From the beginning to the end of the book are just stories of miracles, of possibilities under God. You see, you need those stories of inspiration to let you know that there is hope, that things are going to turn around. Because when you listen to these stories, you would find people in similar situations to you who overcame. You would find people with worse challenges and yet they triumphed. And then you know there's hope for me. So you've got to have doses of inspiration flowing your way consistently. They are in books, they are in teachings, they are in podcasts. Okay, that's principle number 2. You want to protect your heart. You want to consistently stoke your passion. You want to make sure you invest in rest and recreation. You want to make sure you feed your mind a consistent dose of inspiration. Be specific, be strategic about it. In other words, you can say to yourself, every morning I listen to this person. Okay, every evening I listen to this person, or there's this monthly podcast I listen to this. So because some of the podcasts I listen to, there's one of them that is weekly and the rest of them are monthly, but they don't come out the same day. Okay, so on a weekly basis, there's always one new fresh material that I get to consume. And then there are some specific authors that I read after because apart from informing me, they inspire me. So you've got to make such decisions about you and push, okay? Feed yourself consistently with inspiration. Number 3, expose yourself mentally and physically to excellent people. Oh, this is very, very crucial. Expose yourself mentally and physically to excellent people. There's nothing you are trying to achieve that somebody else has not achieved before, that somebody alive is not achieving excellently well. All right. So when I say expose yourself mentally and physically, this is what I mean. Consume their work, attend their events, serve them, and most importantly, follow their example. I'm going to say that again. Consume their work, attend their events, serve them, and most importantly, follow their example. One of the ways, humans are inspired is when they see another human doing excellently what they aspire to. It's so inspiring. It's so motivating. If there's one major thing I do to replenish passion, to stoke my passion, is to put myself in the same room with my mentors, my role models, okay? Because just watching them do what they do inspires me. That's the truth. Just listening to them, just seeing them do what they do inspires me. Very, very important. So if you can be in the room, be in the room. All right. I remember I took a journey to be in the same room for about 4 days with John Maxwell, and it was life-changing for me. This is somebody I've been reading his books since I was a teenager. I am who I am today because of all the principles I've read in his books. See, but being in the same room with him did something else to my mind. So if there's somebody you look up to, somebody you respect, consume their work, attend their events, okay? Put yourself in the same space with them if it is possible. One of the easiest way you do that is by service. All right. They're organizing a program, you can volunteer to serve. Now, when you get there to serve, don't be distracted by the fact that you want to be in the same room. Just serve, be in the same space with them. Okay. You see, when you serve excellently, doors open to you to be in the presence of the great. That's it. Serve them. But the most important thing is practice what exposure brings your way. So that you are in the same room, that you hear their conversations, that they advise you or they answer your questions is not enough. The magic is in practicing the things you see them practice. Okay, practicing the things you hear them teach. It will change your life. It will sustain your passion. See, when you start doing something that your mentor has done and it begins to work for you, this is what it means. It means whatever is possible for them is possible for you. So it inspires you. It helps you to maintain your passion. Principle number 4 tonight. As much as possible, do what you are very good at and delegate the rest. Now, this is important. You want to protect your heart. You don't want to lose passion. There is nothing that robs us of enthusiasm like working in a field you are not competent in. Okay? Being a square peg in a round hole. If you really want to be passionate, you want to maintain your passion, then make a job out of something you love to do. I must pause and I must warn you. Number 1, not everybody can do that immediately. At the beginning of your career or the beginning of your adult life, whatever your hand finds to do, you do with all your might. That's the truth. The first thing you need to do is survive before you can succeed. So sometimes you may just have to take a job because you need income. All right. And when you're doing that job, you may have to do something you don't enjoy doing. See, but the beauty of success is as you succeed, you will be given equity. You will be given the right to make choices. And as you rise, you'll be able to control your time. You'll be able to pick and choose what you do. If you want to maintain your passion, okay, make sure that you focus on the things you are very good at, and then every other thing delegate to other people. Now, this is what you must always remember. That you do enjoy doing something does not mean somebody else will not enjoy doing it. Okay, so one of the ways you are effective is surrounding yourself with people who are stronger where you are weak. So you focus on the things you excel at and then delegate the rest to other people. You may not be able to delegate. Maybe you're working in partnership. Then you want to make sure that your partner is stronger where you are weak. Okay. And then they are weak where you are strong. So you have a sense of autonomy. You can be your best and you are doing what you love to do. That's very, very important. That's principle number 4. As much as possible, do what you are very good at and then delegate the rest. It's important. Entrepreneurs may not be able to do it in the beginning. In the beginning of a business, you are doing everything that has to be done. But as you succeed, make sure that you delegate the things you don't enjoy doing. All right. I like spending money. I don't like counting it. Okay. So somebody handles the funds. As a matter of fact, I like to think more than I like to do. Okay, so most of the time when I work in teams, I want to surround myself with people who can execute my thoughts and ideas, because where I thrive the most is strategy. I like to think. I like to solve problems. Okay, but I'm surrounded with people who can execute and who love okay, to execute. I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. I'm a creative person, so I can design spaces. I have ideas on how to beautify spaces. See, but I don't like gardening. But I have somebody on my team who loves to garden. You know what that means? So I can determine we use this flower, we do this, we'll get 5 pots. I've never carried a pot in my life. I have never watered a plant in my life. But I know how to, let's design it this way. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. That's why I have somebody who loves to garden on my team. She handles all the details, how they water it, how they care for the trees. My own is we have plants. When they die, we replace them. She's the one that is passionate about the fact that these things, okay, should not die. So surround yourself by people that are stronger, that are better than you. I know church leaders, for example, who cannot sing to save themselves. And yet you know that one of the most important things in any church is music. What do? They simply just delegate that to somebody else. When you work in an area where you are not very competent, it will drain you. It will rob you of passion. Okay, and principle number 5, and that's where I'm going to round up tonight. Principle number 5, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. You want to protect your heart. You want to stoke your passion. Don't stop dreaming. What do I mean by that? Use your imagination. Okay, don't be trapped by the present. Always escape with your imagination into your future. As long as you can imagine, you know there is hope. As long as you see hope, it's difficult to quit because you can see possibilities. Okay, so no matter what it is you are dealing with in the present, always travel into future with your mind. As a matter of fact, you have to learn to live in those two places at the same time. All right, your head's in the clouds, your feet on the ground. In other words, you are full of imagination. You are seeing tomorrow, but you are also in the present. You are making realistic decisions. You are making the most of what's in front of you, but you must always remember what is in front of me is not all that there is to me. There's more to life. There's more in my future that I've not yet comprehended. There's something that's going to happen. Change is inevitable. Change is coming. Okay, change is coming. Things are going to get better. And you can imagine how things are going to get better. Okay, you run a business, no matter how small your business is, you have to keep imagining when you are going to have so many customers, so many employees, so many locations. As long as you imagine those kind of things and you know they are possible, it will inspire you in the present. What have we learned tonight? Successful people are self-driven. They have a strong internal desire, okay, to achieve their goals. That strong internal desire is also called what? Ambition. Ambition is not a negative thing. Vision is important, but ambition is much more important than vision. Why? Because it is ambition that sustains you till vision comes to pass. And we have looked at 5 ways to protect your heart, to stoke your vision. We said invest in rest and recreation, feed your mind a consistent dose of inspiration, expose yourself mentally and physically to excellent people. As much as possible, do what you are very good at and delegate the rest, and then don't stop dreaming. All right.